Oh my goodness. Hi you guys, how are you? Very nice to see you guys. My goodness, thank you so much. Sweet Elizabeth. Very nice. You guys, how are you? How are you? Happy new moon solar eclipse in Scorpio. I am really enjoying this Scorpio eclipse for so many reasons, and she's so quiet and so under the radar, and she is just gonna keep bringing it every single passing day as we get to this quarter moon, and then pow, the full moon, eyes on the White House. Something big, I think, happens with our full moon, but that's still 2 weeks away. But for now, it's just kind of quiet and kind of calm, under the radar. And I'll tell you why, but it's so delicious. I love it. You guys, I love candy corn, so I thought, oh, these will stand out nice against the black. So excuse me. It's that time of year, right? So, how are you guys? Hi, Denise. Teresa, Mama Bear. Hey, Barb. My favorite Scorp. How are you? Beth, Kate, Sempress. Ooh, Sempress cooked? Or is she cleaning up? Sharon, Julia, Snow, Connie, Ellen, Sharon. Hi, Shelby. Charlie, Babe, Diane, Just Joy. Mary, Julia, Twin Flames. Very happy to see all of you. Cartomancy, Bonnie. Yes, Connie's also Scorpio sun. Hi, Dr. Nancy. So, here we go. Yeah, this Scorpio new moon solar eclipse was this morning. I am like, my sleep is just way off. Because as if it wasn't off more than usual, I was away for the weekend and I came home and I wanted to go to bed Sunday night, but then my dog had an emergency and I was at the ER vet until 7 a.m. on Monday morning after, driving 7 hours on Sunday. My dog is okay. No broken bones. We thought he had a seizure, but it was a really weird seizure because his body was shaking and trembling and he was kind of like he was alert, but then he just seemed distracted. No, he was in a lot of pain because he and the puppy, I guess, were roughhousing really badly on Sunday. X-rays are okay. Everything's okay on painkillers. Like, we just wonder if, like, something might have gotten pulled because he's pretty much okay. We found out he has a little bit of arthritis, but I think that happens with all the dogs. But anyway, so how are you guys doing? Ruby made alive. Hi. Yes, hi, Carmen. Okay, so again, we are back to this new moon solar eclipse. It is officially, well, it's been Scorpio season, but for me, like, the seasons really, truly kick off when the sun goes into its sign. There was a new moon solar eclipse around, was it like 7 or something in the morning in Washington, D.C. It was conjunct the ascendant. It was right at sunrise. And actually, the path of this eclipse was like centered right over Eurasia. I mean, you've got Ukraine, you've got Uzbekistan, you've got the Uyghur Muslim camps in China, like in the far western side, and it's sitting over Russia and Moscow. This new moon solar eclipse, it was not a total lunar eclipse. It was only, I think, about maybe the sun was only about 85% covered, which I don't mind these eclipses where the sun is not totally covered because it kind of helps keep us tethered to the ground and not totally wipe out with the Scorpio power. I don't mind that at all. So this really pretty much took place over the skies of Europe and Eurasia. And it's a very quiet little eclipse because this is, we're in October. We're like October 25th. Scorpio season just started, like Friday? So this happened at 2 degrees Scorpio with Venus right there. So Venus in Scorpio, they say, is not strong in Scorpio. Scorpio is one of the most passionate signs. She is feminine and she rules some important organs, like those of elimination and the sex organs. Venus in Scorpio cannot function how she usually does at home, whether she's in Taurus or Libra, where she's free to do her thing. In Scorpio, she has to abide by Scorpio's rules. And Scorpio is intense, has its eye on the ball, and this new moon solar eclipse is very much concerned with worth, money, women, things that are tangible, things that matter to us and matter to the people, okay? It is in a very good position in the United States, and because it's at such early degrees, 2 degrees in Scorpio, you know what I should make? Okay, yeah, I have fake candles, so we don't have any fire problems because I kind of am a hazard sometimes. But with this eclipse at 2 degrees, it's right here. Oh God, I have so many good things to show you. It's in the first house of one's identity, their well-being. President Biden is a Scorpio, so I like that this fuels him well. It's right here at 2 degrees, but all of the planets, if you notice, like we've got Mercury at 22, Pluto 26, Saturn 18, Neptune 23. We have Jupiter at 0 Aries, so it does have a wonky angle here, but Jupiter is retrograding and moving away from the 2 degrees. Everything is not conjunct, does not aspect that 2 degree Scorpio mark. So this is like, aside from Venus, this new moon solar eclipse, it's not a total eclipse and it's not aspecting anything else when we talk about like the major aspects. But you can see there's tension here. That's more Mercury, Pluto. There's tension here. So there's like, this eclipse is kind of standing on its own right now while there's a lot of stuff going on in the background. And when this starts to move along and it starts to trigger and aspect these things, it's going to be a jolt. It's going to be like, wake up, here we are, time to get serious, okay? But I like how quiet and sweet this new moon solar eclipse is, because Scorpio can be really intense. I don't know about you, but if you could, did you feel how today when you got up, things just seemed different? It was a little bit chillier. Actually here, it was cooler. We don't have those really dry whipping winds that we've been having the last couple days, but there's definitely a sense of dampness and wet that has come in. Scorpio is a fixed water sign. We are going to be having more moisture, more water in the air. We're going to be having more humidity. We're going to be having more, you know, that fall time, the haze in the air, okay? In the United States, this is really interesting. There are 2 things that I really love about the rising sign here in Washington, D.C. Again, if you look at this chart, the eastern, oh my goodness, thank you so much, Marby. The eastern horizon, this is where the sun rises, it hits its highest point, and then this is where the sun sets in the west. And then all these planets we can't see because they're on the other side of the globe. So in the east, we have 23 degrees Libra is the degree and sign coming up over the eastern horizon. So this new moon solar eclipse in DC absolutely continues with the scales of justice. But there is tension here because Mercury has just risen above the horizon. It's like you can't really see it. It's kind of in a lot of people's blind spots. It's got some secrets, and it could make enemies really quickly, but that person might not know they've got an enemy, okay? And here's the thing. Mercury, you know, represents communications, comms, things that are digital, things on how we think, how we reason, how we negotiate. It has everything to do with communication. It has to do with children. It has to do with where we travel, how we schedule things, on and on and on. It has to do with text. It has to do with documents. Well, at this new moon solar eclipse, Mercury is 22 degrees Libra in this area that's hidden, and 22 degrees Libra is where the moon was at the USA first Pluto return. Okay, so we've got Pluto return number 1 activated in that regard. Wait till you guys see this. Oh, okay, I'm going to grab these cards. Okay, I want to see this Mercury 22 degrees Libra. I want to see what it has to do with our Pluto return number 1, and it is in someone's blind spot very, very badly because it just rose over the horizon. Show me Mercury and how it affects the Pluto return number 1. And the rising sign here, and then we have the sun, moon, Venus. Ooh, this, okay. The Four of Pentacles, we have stability. I'm seeing a lot of stability going on in these charts. I will tell you, the Four of Pentacles and the 4-6 combination, I've been saying lately, have been coming up a lot, where you see this 4, like this is a 4 of Pentacles and like a 6 of Swords. What is occurring to me is this 4-6 combo has to do with documents and Ivanka and Jared, okay? Oh, and I have to read a thread to you guys that I posted in the middle of the night last night. You're going to hear that. Oh, and there's the 8 of Wands. So we have, this has to do with the scales of justice, stability, information coming in fast. That has to be Mercury, because Mercury is communications. Oh, yes, what? Here's my yes card. Things are a-changing. Death is the card for Scorpio. This is actually a positive card. If you're doing yes no tarot and you draw the card of death, it's actually a yes card, because things have permanently changed, and yes, we're moving on to something new. Okay, I know that is kind of counterintuitive in some regard. So I want to see this Mercury, the 3 of Wands. Plans are being set. Things have been going on. This is like an established pattern of some sort of leadership. Mercury, transactions, thinking that's going on. Conjunct Pluto return number 1. Ooh! I told you, this is in someone's blind spot. They're going to get hit by this Ace of Swords. This has been an op. Oh, yes, Ace of Swords. What's going on with this? The government has got something planned. They're putting out there. It's in someone's blind spot. Here we have the Ascendant, the High Priestess. A big secret. I have always said this has been Russia's ops against the United States from beginning to the end, whether it was, elections, whether it was whatever op Donald is going on, whatever they were doing with telecommunications, whatever they were doing with oil, etc., etc., etc. But the sponsor of the Russia is China. So this also involves China and the big secrets these two are playing with. And I will tell you that the asteroid Russia is 23 degrees Libra, conjunct the Ascendant. And now I have this kind of Russia-China card. This is just what's getting started, okay? Here we have the Sun, which represents the leader, POTUS, the King of Wands, his leadership, the Moon, we the people, the 2 of Wands, we're getting ready to go to the polls. We're on the move. He's got some leadership he's got for we the people. And Venus, what is this? It just wants to lay the King of Cups. Who is this? This has traditionally been Pooty, and it's laying on its side, and I know he really wants him to be gone. Tell me more about this King of Cups. Well, that is interesting. So this is reverse, the Five of Wands. Oh my gosh. I think this is a plan they have that Putin is going to be full of remorse and regret. I've kind of previewed the Terrascopes. I have them mostly completed in a lot of places. And things do not look good for Putin, especially in kind of China, especially since this new moon solar eclipse very quietly eclipsed Moscow, that whole area. So this is what is coming up and in store. Let me check in with you guys. How are you guys doing? Oh, there was a presser? Oh, I missed it. I missed it. Oh, the Department of Justice had a presser. Okay, well, that is good to know. Okay, so there is that. Russia is in for some problems. The other thing here I find incredibly interesting. What? On top of it, there's a lot of Russia happening in these charts. Our cusp from the first house to the second house, who we are, our assets, income, money, values. That cusp is 21 degrees Scorpio. This is Russia's Venus Pluto. So Russia's getting eclipsed, and I think their money and power are going to get eclipsed here in Washington, D.C. At the very bottom of the chart, we have Pluto. Look, at the bottom of this chart is 26 degrees Capricorn, 55 minutes. Pluto is at 26 degrees, 11 minutes. It's exactly conjunct at the bottom. Pluto here is at the very final end of this house of the third house in the final last degree minutes before being conjunct the bottom, which tells me that it's kind of like they're wrapping up this super very powerful op that's going on with communications and details and the things that we have to have in order to protect home. What's this Pluto doing in Washington, D.C.? Because it's also extra powerful because Scorpio's traditional ruler is Mars. Modern day, it's Pluto. So this is our year of Pluto return, America. And we've got Pluto right under our feet. Oh, there's so much good. What's going on with this Pluto and the lower heaven and defenses? Oh, Ten of Swords. This is usually intelligence, documents. You know, Putin G, their asymmetrical war, the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Wands come up. The Page of Swords, that's a spy. So this is someone with intel related to Mar-a-Lago, you guys. So Pluto is here in the final degrees. The Ten of Pentacles, that would be Mar-a-Lago. Mar-a-Lago. The lower heaven, the bottom of the chart, center of gravity for DC is the Page of Cups. That's Ivanka. I swear to God, that's Ivanka. Intercepts, she always comes up as the Page of Cups. And we have our defenses, our intelligence, Knight of Swords. Okay, what's going on with Ivanka? What is going on with Ivanka? I need some clarifiers with Ivanka. What's going on with Ivanka? What's going on with Ivanka? What's going on with Ivanka? What does she have to do with this? Oh, I am told it's not just Mar-a-Lago. This is China. They took stuff to China. And what does it mean for our intelligence and our defenses? I did not expect her to show up. She is also Scorpio. Whoopsie. Once somebody came to her when Don Julio was in office, or the government is approaching her, the once card, because she got caught. She's going to jail. Okay, Ivanka, what'd you do? You've got the King of Pentacles, the Data King. She was trying to hide the fact that she took leadership with data. This could be Don Julio. It could be she. And we've got, yep, the conspiracy, the Three of Cups, the Four of Cups. Holy crap. she is definitely caught on intercepts. And what that she did, there is a trail that is following her. As it relates to Mar-a-Lago G, we've got the Magician. To manipulate, is this Mike Flynn? He's in the perimeter. No, this is stuff so China can manipulate and put something out there. Holy crap, you guys. And then this is our intel, Dream, Eight of Pentacles. I feel like this, because we have intercepts and we know what China's doing, and it's kind of, we're getting feedback and we know, and so we're building a plan, this Eight of Pentacles, with our intel to deal with that. Can you believe this? Connie B, she went to China multiple times. I am not surprised at all. Okay, so I want to read this thread that I wrote in the middle of the night to you guys. It was on Twitter, but basically I was doing a bunch of what ifs. Let me just make sure I get to it. Oh, did I turn this? I turned my airplane on. Okay, nobody bother me while I look this up. It was a really good thread. Basically, I said, you know, what if, because everyone's pissed off, these documents are gone, and why hasn't anyone been arrested yet? And I was saying, well, what if it's just not a criminal case? What if this is actually a counter-espionage investigation? That puts it in a totally different ballpark. So, I'm sorry, I just have to, it was a really good thread, and I really want to, okay. Here we go. Okay. So I wrote, in my humble opinion, the Mar-a-Lago docs, nothing happens until post-election. Pundits, lawyers keep screaming they have enough to charge Trump criminally. True, but they never ever mention what if it's also a counter-espionage case. It's a different game. And then I say, what if the Mar-a-Lago docs are actually related to a counter-espionage case? Not exactly for compromise or leverage, but to cover up the 2016 election interference by China and Iran. What if? What if the middle persons back to 2015, 2016 were actually Jared and Ivanka? It's well known that Ivanka led a construction project in Azerbaijan. Money was funneled and laundered with the Iranian Revolutionary Guard. And what if Soleimani was the back channel for that deal? What if that's the reason Soleimani had to be taken out at the end of 2019 after the House impeached Donald, which sent a message to the GOP and Senate to not F around because so much data going through Ukraine, Russia, and because there's bad guys, we know, in Ukraine. And Soleimani could have been a back channel with Russia, China, and 2016 election and voter data. 2019, also the year the Mueller report was released, after Donald shut down the government for the wall. Remember that? It was shut down for like a month. The GOP shut down the government 3 times while Don Julio was in office. But he shut it down supposedly for the wall, but it was to get Barr installed instead to stop the Mueller report. But that had to end because Roger Stone got arrested at the end of January, and suddenly Donald said, oh, the shutdown is done, it's over with, we're reopening the government, because everybody was talking about Roger Stone. And he reclaimed the narrative, and then everyone stopped talking about Roger Stone. So if stolen Mar-a-Lago docs are related to the original sin that Donald was illegitimately elected FOTUS, and it was to aid and abet the Russia, China, Iran original coup. And the USA would never be able to answer questions from the 2016 election interference because Donald stole the documents and the world would never know. But, if Jared and Ivanka were the original 2016 back channel, they would have to be protected. Even if the world talked about a June 9th meeting at Trump Tower with Russian lawyers, that is still a better scenario for the MSM to cover and take attention away from Jared and Ivanka and what they were really doing. And this is why, in my humble opinion, the ulterior motive in going after Hunter Biden is to send a signal. It's retribution, and that the investigations and intercepts are getting too close to Jared and Ivanka. Remember, Trump wants to destroy Biden's kids and do even worse because Ivanka is in the crosshairs with 2016. And that's why I think these documents actually go back to the 2016 election and January 6th, and no way DOJ arrests until after the election and or possibly until after certification and swearing in of new public officials. And this is why they deny election results. It's all they have, including Ginny. So that was my hypothesis yesterday. And that, I want to draw some cards for that. How are you guys doing? Hello. Oh, yes, Mitch is always involved in Chinese problem. Let's put those questions on hold about that. Let me just get to this. Yes, since I've been doing Terrascope since 2019, Mitch has always showed up in the wrong places at the wrong time. So did Elaine Chao, especially with China. Okay? So, he's in trouble, but they all talk about Russia being the problem because Russia is the fall guy all the time for China. Show me the Mar-a-Lago documents. And they're everywhere else. Okay, Trump Tower, la la la. You know, everywhere he's been. So these are the documents. Show me Jared and Ivanka. Jared and Ivanka. Show me the 2016 election. Show me J6. Actually, I'm going to switch this. Put the documents over here. Jared and Ivanka there. How do they relate to 2016 and these stolen documents? What? And January 6th. How do they relate to this? Oh, well, my, the Two of Swords. This is like separating things, tearing them apart. It's not just a decision, it's intelligence, it's ideas, it's documents, separating them out and filtering them. And look at that pile of information, valuable information. Hello, Venus. Six of Swords that got transmitted. So these are the documents. Strength. Yes, they went to Russia. But those documents, I keep saying this, they're not very strong because there were so many fake documents that were added to, like tons of, as much as we are in the mix of InfoWars. I hate that. I can't believe I just said that. You know, psyops and just getting flooded with shite and information. That's what our intel did with inserting fake documents. There you go. The Six of Wands. The Six Wands mob. Trump, Putin, Unji, Netanyahu. The Six of Wands, Four Swords. That was the Jared Ivanka combination that came up with stolen documents for me when I was looking at it. And we got that Six of Wands. So that's the documents. Here is Jared and Ivanka. The King of Swords and Justice on its side. Oh, I just got, Bill Barr, people in the DOJ kind of helped them out to access stuff. But also, there were people in our agencies that helped dull the documents, flatten them out. King Swords, Justice. You know, this Justice card, It's like Xi and Putin. The justice card is to get what they want. When they don't get what they want, they think it's unfair, and this is reversed. Okay? So these are the documents. Jared, Ivanka relate back to those documents by no. My no card that I use, that's for a cover-up. So they were covering up what? The Emperor. They were covering their tracks. They all refer to Donald as the Emperors because he was going to be Emperor. So they relate back to that as a cover-up for their dad. And these documents, there you go, the 10 of Wands. 10 Wands, 10 Swords, that's the information war. This is fast data transfer. It's a form of espionage. They took those documents. Those documents went to them. They did it for their dad. And what do we have over here? We have, okay, so these are the documents as they relate to the 2016 election. There you go, the Ace of Wands. This was the original point of leadership, of striking out on an idea to get as many that they could related to 2016 election full, because they needed a fresh start. And he was a fool that I'm going to say was installed. The Page of Pentacles. Installed by the Page of Pentacles voters. The Six of Cups reversed. Now that is interesting. Going back to the past, this is Six of Cups. This is like MAGA. This is also voter. So it was something that they did from the past so that nobody would see how this happened. So those are the 2016 election. This is January 6th stolen documents. The actions that were taken because they had to, look at these aces. They had to get the evidence out of there related to how they took the action. And this is the FBI. This is the FBI. So Jared, Ivanka relate to the 2016 election documents that were stolen. Yes, yes, that's my yes card. Yes, they were the point person. And that's the challenge because Jared, Ivanka were the point people from the get-go. Wait, am I buffering? Okay. No, I'm not. Oh. And the Ace of Cups reversed. We were the original point person. The Ace of Cups is a thing that Putin always wanted. And it's reversed because they didn't win again. They were the original contact people. And it would be, what else about this Ace of Cups? They had to cover up their betrayal and treason related to 2016. Related to January 6th, Jared and Ivanka. And those documents, the Four of Swords, hello. They are just not smart. The Four of Swords, oh my gosh. I think by then, probably all of the documents that Intel was using were traceable. You know, there were codes all over the documents and where they went, who had them, who printed them, where they went. This is like, not necessarily malware, but it's like dormantware. This is, you know, this is the software that tracks them. Reversed. It traces back to them the Queen of Pentacles for the coup because Donald's new USA 2.0 as emperor was his new country, queens are countries, where he took everything. Reversed. They lost. They had to cover their traps. I'm telling you, that's what I think is going on. How are you guys doing? Okay, get well, spirits. Spirits, this proves that DOJ presser with Garland and Wray are going after the... I need to see this presser. I didn't see it. I didn't even know. Well, I've been gone. Okay? So, you guys, I think this is going to be maybe the big reveal. Well, this is what's being worked on, you guys. They've got it so fine-tuned, but I also feel like their work is done. They're just fine-tuning, just waiting. So... that's what's going on with this new moon solar eclipse in Scorpio. And yes, we are going to do new moon wishes. If you don't have paper pencil, grab them at some point, because we're going to do a collective group homework we do once a month. Okay, so that is a new moon solar eclipse in Scorpio. But here's the thing. This is what makes, I just love this so much. I just love the future for our nation just by virtue of this new moon solar eclipse, this year of USA Pluto return that started in February when Pluto returned to where it was on July 4, 1776. It returned to 27 degrees Capricorn, 33 minutes. And that was like the first time it's happened. Well, then Pluto moved forward, then it went backwards. It went retrograde. So it hit that 27 degree mark again on July 11th. And I would say July and August were kind of hectic pandemonium. I think the day after the Pluto return, that's like when we found out that was like the raid at Mar-a-Lago, or there were some really important things that happened right around then. And then okay, so anyway, I'm not going to speculate. So this Pluto return has been so powerful for the United States. Basically, we're reborn again. One thing that has stuck out over and over and over for me is that the GOP playbook is dead. They can't get things to go their way that they want them to go, you know, like they would always do. They keep getting caught flat-footed, and no one believes any crap they're saying anymore. It's like their whole playbook of gaslighting, corruption went, well, it did, because of the way Neptune was aspecting it. They no longer could use that as their crutch. They use all the time, every day, to do whatever they're doing. So what happened was, so remember, the sun and the moon are 2 degrees Scorpio. Well, at our first USA Pluto return, the sun was 2 degrees Pisces, 2 degrees Scorpio. They're both water signs. This is an exact 120 degree trine. Blue lines are good. This is like it. We are having this new moon solar eclipse in Scorpio that is tethered so finely, so beautifully to our first USA Pluto return. It's like they hold each other in place, and they're always going to be harmonious. But wait, there's more. It gets better, because when we had that second USA Pluto return, dun dun dun, look at this, the top and the bottom of the chart. Our defenses, protecting home. The top of the chart, what we aspire to. The top is 2 degrees Virgo. Exact sextile, a shorter blue line to this new moon solar eclipse and Venus. And the bottom of the chart at this Pluto return number 2 was 2 degrees Pisces, the sun from Pluto return number 1. So Pluto return number 1 and number 2 are just intimately connected in a very positive way. And now we've had this lovely new moon solar eclipse at 2 degrees Scorpio that is like hanging out here. I love sextiles and trines like this because it holds everything into place, and it's like you can activate good things over a long period of time. It's really hard to interfere with things when you have such great connections to this, and it does the same thing with our first Pluto return. Holy crap. Holy crap. 2 degrees Scorpio, it's actually in this 8th house, but it's what leads at 3 degrees. It's conjunct. It's freaking conjunct. This 9th house cusp, this has to do with our laws, law enforcement, Attorney General Merrick Garland. These are our laws. This has to do with extremists. It has to do with our faith. It has to do with lawmakers. It has to do with things abroad. And so, holy crap. This is such good news. It's like I almost feel this new moon solar eclipse kind of makes me feel kind of invincible. Oh, nope, that's for Pluto return number 3, which is at the end of December, but whatever. I want to see tarot. I want to see this new moon solar eclipse in DC, the sun here from the first Pluto return, and how they relate. This is actually February 20th. And I said back that this is such a Kanye thing, and this is why he is screwed. I need a better. Okay. Side note, Kanye released some, I don't know what, music, whatever, on 2/22/22, and I've got a tweet somewhere that I'm like, you're an idiot. If you think that this is the Pluto return that's going to empower you, he got the buzzword Pluto return, but it actually happened on 2/20/22, and at the time, I was like, Kanye's going to screw himself. Oh, and guess what? New moon solar eclipse, Scorpio, tethering all this stuff. Yeah, Adidas dropped him. I told you. So this is the sun moon from the new moon solar eclipse. Here is, yes, because this sun, when this happened to Kanye, is in the 8th house of shared resources, like royalties and sponsorships. He did it all on his own, screwed himself because he got bad Pluto return information. And but he feels dumb now. Okay, anyway, clear the Kanye. This sun, Pluto return number 1. This one's going to feed this one this way. And this is such a harmonious setup. The Knight of Swords charging forth. This is intelligence. This is cyber. This is SZA. This is the information that we have. This, see that Ivanka? And the 10 of Pentacles. So this sun, we have the Knight of Pentacles. This is a money sign because Venus here is conjunct the sun and the moon. Venus is Pentacles. So this new moon solar eclipse is going to have everything to do to find out following the money. Who gave what to who? I am telling you, President Biden has so much resolve about this and wanting to go after Ivanka. Well, well, well. And here's the first Pluto return sun. You guys, this is the White House. This is our success, the things that we grow and nurture. It's not only the White House, but it's like all the families. It's stability. Here's a 4. I'm like protecting the White House, protecting our infrastructure, protecting all that we have worked so hard to put something out there, and we are protecting that which is good with our Constitution. And so this new moon Scorpio is going to help reinforce this, the Hanged Man, by catching mofos. This might be a Pisces card. I don't know. But yeah, people are caught. And they, like I said, they don't even know it yet. And this connects to here. It's going to help give a boost to this eclipse. The 3 of Pentacles. The discussions and the information that we have found out from everyone that's been caught. The 3 branches of government. There's something more, there's a lot more here. What else? And the scales of justice is going to give a boost, is going to help boost this sun, okay? But wait, there's more. We had a USA Pluto return number 2. I hope I'm convincing you guys that we are in good hands. I'm just way too chill for a Scorpio solar eclipse, but I think this is why. So now this new moon solar eclipse is really going to support the top, and the holy crap, the bottom of the chart. Oh my gosh. How does this support the top of the chart? In matters related to Russia. In the bottom of the chart, how does it support this chart? Related to Russia. Russia, China. And I say that because the 21 Scorpio is the Venus conjunct Pluto in Russia. That is the thing that they use for compromise and destroy and disrupt communications everywhere. This is what we're getting a leg up on, you guys. So this is supporting Pluto return number 2. Catching the 5 of Swords, the bad guys, the middlemen who were carrying intelligence for Russia. It's going to slow them down even more with artillery. What does this have to do with the war? The challenge for Putin and this is not helping him. At the bottom of the chart, it's helping to reinforce what happened July 11th, Pluto return number 2 with the 9 of Cups. Yes, this is helping us make our wishes come true, but also get the enterprise, the transnational criminal organizations that are in the United States, Neptune, Pisces, that there's a fog that we can't see where they are. Well, we're going to find you guys because you cannot manipulate or take advantage of our defenses here at home. This is what happened today, this morning, and nobody knows it yet. Can you believe this? Isn't this crazy? So, oh, whoops. Mules were they caught the agents? Oh my gosh. Okay. So, do you believe me when I tell you we are in good hands? So, let's write some new moon intentions. There are some that I want to address right away. You guys get typing, just, whatever comes to mind on behalf of our nation. Even if you have something personal you need some help with. Scorpio transforms things. I know the death card looks really scary about endings. It does mean death because there are things that are shaking out that we are done with and something is going to begin again. Okay, so get your paper, pencil. So what I do is your most powerful point of focus and creativity is when you write things down, because you're pulling ideas as above and so below, your body, your hand here, putting that to the written word. And because writing takes time, it's faster than like texting, it draws out that vibe and it holds it longer. And then when we do that together, it's really, really powerful. So for simplicity's sake, when I make an intention, I write, I want. It works well here. I'm a Scorpio, desires what is life. I have, on the other hand, like a Taurus, for me is boring because I'm like, okay, we did that. What's next? Okay. But that gives Taurians, like my mouth is salivating because it's what gives you your creative juices to really stoke and soak in it and just really feel the essence of all those details that many of us forget but are essential for the creative process, okay? So there are some that I want to write down. I've been taking some notes since last time we met. What's going on here? Kind of move this stuff out of the way. Sempress. I like making it active. I am bringing in, creating, working on. There you go. That works for Sempress. You guys all have really great suggestions. You can't get it wrong, so we don't need to, what is the word I'm looking for? We don't have to get nitpicky over it, okay? So, actually, I like the black. See, look at no fire. I'm not getting burned. Actually, I'm going to turn on this light. Okay. I will put my roses up here, though. These are my favorite fake roses. I love this color. Okay. I need some candy corn. Okay, where was that written now? Okay. Okay, ready? Ready to write? Write your own words. It doesn't have to be verbatim, okay? Just, you gotta get in the groove. You gotta feel it. Okay. I want all election workers protected 24/7. And I want all voters able to conveniently vote, be counted, and no interference. I want our elections, midterms, 100% secure. I want this new moon Scorpio eclipse to reveal and wake up the electorate to truth and reject lies, propaganda. Okay, so I want all election workers protected 24/7, and I want all voters able to conveniently vote, be counted, and no interference. I want our elections and midterms 100% secure. I want the new moon Scorpio eclipse to reveal and wake up the electorate to the truth and reject the freaking propaganda. Done with that. Oh, wait, what's this up here? What's this? Electra. I want the elections to elect true believers of democracy and support the Democrat Party. I want Democrats, indies that lean Democrat, to come out in droves and vote Democrat and flip seats, majorities everywhere to blue. I want Speaker Pelosi to be the Speaker another term at least. So from 2023 to 2025. Okay, so I want the elections to elect true believers of democracy and support the Democrat Party. I want Democrats and indies leaning Democrat to come out. And also, you know, there's a lot of GOP that has helped out a lot as well. So like there were Reagan Democrats, we have Biden Republicans. Come out and spread the word. I want to flip seats and majorities everywhere, state and local, to blue. I want Speaker Pelosi to be Speaker another term at least through 2023 and 2025. Okay. What else? Yeah. I agree with you. More paper, please. I want the Democratic Party to be known as the party that solves problems. Yeah, what? We're done having a bad rap. I want more and more people, you know, of both parties to realize all the great things Dems have done to give credit where credit's due. My goodness, Biden has done so much. And we want more. I want a filibuster proof majority in the Senate. I want Roe codified February 2023, as well as the John Lewis Voting Rights Act. What else do we want? There's more. You guys know what I'm talking about. Ooh, I want the Equal Rights Amendment ratified in 2023. I want election deniers ignored, shamed, embarrassed. That's what Scorpio does. And outed. Okay, I want more people to realize all the great things Dems have done and to give credit where credit's due. Like everywhere, Biden has done so much and we want more of this. I want a filibuster-proof majority in the Senate. I want Roe codified, as well as the John Lewis Voting Rights Act passed. I want the ERA ratified in 2023, and I want all those election deniers to be ignored, humiliated, embarrassed, and laughed at. Reality check. This doesn't work and won't be tolerated. Oh, boy. Get rid of that tin. What? Put user in timeout. Can we please block this horrible, sad site? Thank you. Blocked and reported. Ooh, Lisa. I want that too. You have. Good night, Charlie. I want to eliminate the Electoral College. By 2024. I want a SCOTUS that honors the Constitution, precedent, and works hard to ensure the people of the USA are free, protected, and their inalienable rights intact across every state. I want DC and Puerto Rico statehood. Okay, so I want to eliminate the Electoral College by 2024. I want a SCOTUS that honors the Constitution, precedent, and works hard to ensure the people of the USA are free, protected, and their inalienable rights are intact and across every state. I want Washington, D.C. and Puerto Rico to have statehood. Okay. Is this, okay. I had some more over here. I also had over here, you guys, this is for your well-being. I want to move through difficult energies, to move through the doom and gloom. I want to be able to keep moving forward. That even if things are tough, I want to honor rest, rejuvenation, and get ready for more. I want a nicer, passionate relationship with me, my sweet soul, and my perfect physical body. Okay? So, I want to move through difficult energies. I want to move through the doom and gloom. I want to be able to keep moving forward. That even if things are tough, I want to honor rest, rejuvenation, and get ready for more. I want a nicer, passionate relationship with myself, my sweet soul, and my perfect physical body I accept right now. Okay? Be nice to yourselves, you guys. Our self-talk needs to be better. Oh, yes, I want Citizens United overturned. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm eating these again. I want Citizens United overturned. I want dark money disclosed all the time. Especially in politics and local, state, Fed governments. I am so done with Leonard Leo and the Pew 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 Federalist Society. I want them held accountable for capturing the Supreme Court of the United States and all illegal crap. Speaking of crap, I want Ginny Thomas held accountable and jailed, consequences, for J6. I want Justice Thomas and Gorsuch and Cab and Barrett to recuse self of everything DT related and to leave and resign ASAP. Bye-bye, mofos. Oh, yes, and Alito. Let's draw some cards on these guys. Now I know how this eclipse is going to hit them. Oh, my gosh. You guys, this eclipse, the GOP doesn't know it yet, and neither does China. They're going to get hammered. It's like a gauntlet has been laid down, and it's like it cuts them off from so much stuff and how they abuse their power and their reign. It's really amazing to see. And then the full moon eclipse cuts Donald from his Mars. It's just like whack. Like he always has that warring fight, always fighting his generals. It's like his ability to create war and so much upheaval and lead that crap. It's like it gets capped at the knees. And so this is what these eclipses are setting up. It kind of reminds me of the beginning of the end eclipse back in January 2019. I said this was the beginning of the end of Donald. He was going to be gone. He's gone. This eclipse has that same feel to it because it just kind of trickled in and no one noticed, and all of a sudden, ba-bam, we were done. Okay. Oh, yes, that is good too. Okay, wait. I said I was going to do okay, I'm sorry. These are too much of a distraction. I cannot do candy corn and cards at the same time. So who do we have? Alito, Thomas, Ginny. God, I can't stand this guy. He loves all these guys love China. We're supposed to think it's Russia, but it's really China. Oh, God, this gross dude and this gross person. I'm sorry. My Scorpio self just cannot hold back in how I really feel. So we're going to do new moon and then the full moon eclipse. I just kind of want to know how they're all getting hit, so to speak. Okay? Oh, yes. I want yes. Sorry. I want the transnational organized crime, the TOCs, to end, to go the way of historical past. Okay. Show me, I want to know how all these people are being eclipsed. Alito, new moon's, ooh, and at the full moon. Thomas, and at the full moon, ooh, Ginny, ooh, Gorsuch, Cavanasty. ACB. Ugh. TOCs, what happens to them? Full moon. Ooh, there's some agreements here. They all really like each other. And these eclipses are setting things up for change, to walk away. Some things are changing through the government. Thank you. Alito, new moon solar eclipse Scorpio. Oh. He's being forced. Oh, you guys, how much do I... Okay, so the news today is especially really important. I love that they were talking today about Senator Kennedy and how he came out against Alito. I'm like, thank you, universe, for broadcasting this today, because it makes him be forced to address some things that are uncomfortable for him. Plus, there's intercepts. We know what he's been up to. Full moon eclipse is going to open up some secrets, maybe with the Russia-China, that he's kept under wraps for a really long time. Justice Thomas, the new moon solar eclipse, he's done. He is coming full circle. You guys, he has a similar setup to Donald in terms of like physical health and where these eclipses and Saturn and everything is touching. And it's kind of like what is happening to Donald, it like catches up with him later on, okay? In fact, all these senior plus males in power around the world, they all have Pluto in Leo. And especially for Donald and the Republican Party and all these guys that are super Trumpy, this set of eclipses, it whacks all that hard. And it's going to have a continuing effect that within 2 to 3 years, they're going to be doing vastly different things. You know, maybe if they're still around. So Thomas is coming to the end of the rope because he's got some international stuff going on. And this eclipse, oh my, a bit hopeless. He did something he thought was awesome, not so awesome. It's going to flip him on his head. Ginny is, I don't know why she's on her side, but we've got the lover, because she was the back channel for the Supreme Court of the United States and the judicial branch of the government. This was her with a different countries. And the full moon, she's done, you guys. And she was also carrying intelligence and psyops and the asymmetrical war with other nations against the U.S. Book it. Gorsucky, the Hermit, what is being opened up right now. This is mentorship. This is him being mentored, in my humble opinion, yes, from other nations, doing his work at the behest of not the United States. And the full moon, the King of Cups, not a lot of support for him, or he's going to say, I'm not in support of blah, blah, blah. But this is what's starting to roll for them. Okay, it's not going to happen by this month's end, this cycle's end. But holy hell, wait till this thing starts clicking along. I mean, when we hit our Pluto return first year birthday next February, plus that's going to be triggering these eclipses. These guys, it is a mess. Like, no, you can't even believe what's on the horizon come like next February. There's just so much commotion and motion and movement and things. I don't know. I'm going to have to tune into that later because that is just a tumbling big mess. Are we okay? Yeah, it's like we're all watching it. Everything's okay, but this big mess of I don't know what's going on. It's bad. For the bad guys. Those Pluto-y people I was talking about. Kavanaugh, this new moon solar eclipse is presenting how he thought it was a good idea to maybe help things along for someone else, to take the law and spin it into something else for personal gain. The eclipse, the part of fortune is like a foot person to do what Putin wants. He's going to be found out, or he's going to stop doing what it is. He cannot be doing these favors anymore. That's what's going to happen with the full moon eclipse energies. ACB gross, the King of Swords. Yeah, I think this is a relationship with someone she has on the Supreme Court. Two of Swords. Separate what? It's going to separate. What is she being separated from? She's being separated from... Oh, theft. Stealing things away in order to hang on to something. There's stuff coming with her activities and how she's like perpetuated all this crap. And the transnational mob right now, they are anxious. This is a Nine of Swords. They are within the realm of our intel and how we're organizing their patterns. The next step is a 10. The 10 of Swords is an asymmetrical war against the U.S. So we're getting really close to where who's that notch ahead of them. And at the full moon eclipse, these transnational orgs, whoopsie, a Tower inversed. It's like they implode. They're imploding on themselves and they don't even realize it yet. Let me check in. How are you guys doing? Hi, Michael Grant. I want accountability for the Supreme Court and a system of justice that is fair and honest without dark money. Donna, I totally agree. Okay. We want someone to die peacefully. Okay, Scorpio can do that. Oh, universal healthcare. Okay, let's write some more of these things down because you guys are chatting away. You've got some really good ideas there. Who wants universal healthcare? I would like universal healthcare. I am tired of paying this much money, but I will tell you it has gotten better and better. Gosh, I just remember like being a young adult, my 20s. So this was like in the 90s. And how much easier it was then. Even when I started paying for my own insurance. Everything was easier. I could find my doctor. I could get my treatments. I could, like now, just thinking about having to call a doctor, it's like instant headache. Don't want to deal with it. Okay, so what is this? Where was it? Oh, wait. Okay, I will get that. I don't know where it is. I think I lost it. I want universal health care. You know, I don't care if it's Medicare for all. I don't care what you call it. Or what program it comes out of. Universal health care. Affordable. I want corporate CEO exec medicine out. That is not a medical model. Get rid of all that. I want even cheaper prescriptions for all. I want doctors to be the experts and paid as such. Okay, done with this fake corporate medicine. So I want universal health care. I don't care what we call it. Affordable. I want corporate CEO executive medicine out. I want even cheaper prescriptions for all, cheaper premiums. I want doctors to be the experts. Though the experts, the caretakers, just reinstate their expertise. They're just always now having to take notes on a computer. It's like, what happened? They know what they're doing. I want inflation and global inflation to end. I want those price gouging in the name of inflation and those sabotaging markets to be outed, held accountable, and stop. You guys, there are some really good things that Biden's administration is just waiting on, expecting that they're going to have majorities. Oh my gosh. They're going to get so much stuff done that even like a year from now, it's like, who is this United States of America? It's like we flush so much stuff because you know what? Scorpio is the sign of elimination, purging toxins and healing. It is coming, you guys. Okay. Yep. I want 45 and all who sabotaged the CDC and COVID Rex and that ended up killing 1.5 million people to be held accountable. I want CDC to be restored and to be the premier agency it was and better. Yeah, that pisses me off. Hi, Queen and Court. A philosopher who worked with Ruthie, as in Ruth Bader Ginsburg, said that the SCOTUS could be expanded to 30 to 40 justices so that someone like our favorite Putin nominees never have so much power. Yeah, I feel like we need a big, giant Supreme Court. And that somehow, like, the justices are randomly selected to certain cases. I mean, do you know how much stuff they would get? Wouldn't that be awesome? I want a ridiculously large SCOTUS that is impervious to influence, required to disclose taxes. They cannot self-monitor. And that random justices are selected. Overhaul of SCOTUS. Be better, SCOTUS. Oh, you guys, for those of you on Twitter, need some help. Our friend, Bad Company, was suspended because those same mofos targeted him again. Please, I want at Bad Company totally 100% reinstated at Twitter. And I know he signed up, he's got an account at, what is this, Tribal Social? I'm not even going to write it down. Supposedly there was another tribal social that was created in response to like Twitter. It's hard to find out who's funding it, who's directing it. It just seems a little sketchy, we'll just say. And I don't want to get an account there. But anyway. Hi, you guys. Yes, Michael, it's insane that 9 people hold that type of power. Okay, oh yeah. I want Governor Charlie Crist sworn in on whatever it is in January 2023 as Florida's governor, and DeSantis to what is it called when they to concede. Same with everybody else. Oh my gosh. You guys, there's just so much. Oh, yes. We need the automatic weapons ban again. Maybe I just need to make a list here. 2023. I want the automatic weapons ban forever. Never sunsets. I want an end to mass shooting events. I want schools safe, as well as shopping malls, all public spaces. I want the CDC to study gun violence. I want doctors to be able to discuss guns with patients. I want the NRA. They're supposed to be dissolved. Why are they still hanging around? Gone. I want there to be liability insurance requirements for firearms. I want climate change reversed. I want oceans purged of toxins. Oh, and also, who is it? MTG, oh my God, she's getting her butt handed to her by this eclipse, as is someone else. I'll share that at another time, but she's ass is grass. I want 2023 Governor O'Rourke in Texas. I want, what else? I want everyone who participated in January 6th holding public office declared void and unable to hold office forever. What else did I have over here? I had I want, can you see this? I want an end to Russia, China, Iran, information, propaganda, war on USA and the world. There has to be a sign. There has to be a way this just gets cut off. We're done with it. It's just garbage. Oh, yes. I want, who else do we want? I want to see Governor Stacey Abrams of Georgia sworn in 2023. I want Fani, was it Willis? You know what I'm talking about. To make lots of arrests after Election Day. Well, make lots of indictments. We'll do indictments. I want Lindsey Graham to testify. Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you, thank you. Yes. Iran. I want women in Iran to win. That regime is getting whacked. They're going to be done, but I want the regime done. I want the women, girls, families that love them safe. I want the women in Afghanistan protected and back to school. I want the end of the Taliban, extremist regimes done. When does Steve Bannon go to jail? I want Steve Bannon in jail. Come on, we're ready. Oh my gosh, that's right. Yeah, and this new moon solar eclipse, something, I swear to God, it is so bad for what's coming on the horizon for Putin and Russia in this war. I want Ukraine to win. I want Russia to leave UA. I want Taiwan safe. I want Puts and others to be tried for war crimes and jailed or whatever it is they're going to do. Oh, I want Bannon's appeal lost and done. Yes, we want Beto as the governor. I want Social Security. Totally protected. I want Medicare. Totally protected. I want to see Senator Val Demings sworn in. 2023. Who else do we want? I want Marcus Flowers sworn in, representing Georgia. Now, we can't necessarily create in another person's experience, but it doesn't hurt to write it out together because we're all part of the USA body electorate. I want to see Governor Katie Hobbs of Arizona, and for Kari to concede swiftly. I feel like there's going to be stuff hung up with that. Oh, John Fetterman. You guys, John Fetterman. Okay, John Fetterman. His sun, I believe, is 22 degrees Leo. And that is where the moon was with the divine feminine. It's like he's supposed to be there. Show me. Oh, see, I'm already grabbing for this. Show me Fetterman. His sun at 22 degrees Leo. How harmonious he is with the divine feminine. And what's going to come next? What's going to come next? What's going to come next? The Four of Swords. Four of Swords. Four of Swords just feels like bad intelligence. It just feels like it's part of that whole psyops thing. Yes, we know he was ill, but he's recovered. We've had lots of people functioning perfectly, holding public office, and recovering from a stroke. If it was a traumatic brain injury, I'd be a little bit more concerned. But stroke recovery, I mean, there's guys in the NHL who had strokes who are currently playing. That's insane. Four of Swords. Ooh, the Magician. Is he going to pull this off? And the Four of Cups. Four of Cups, Four of Swords. Oh, this feels like interference. It feels like interference that's surrounding him, but he just seems so much clearer than that. He's got a sun at 22 degrees Leo. A big, expansive, optimistic sun full of experience, can get stuff done, spin his luck. This is one of can do. And the Fool. A new beginning, a new start. I like that. The Moon, with him at the Moon with the divine feminine, has been judged, yes, but the divine feminine has judged him as such worldly, an end of a cycle. He has done his work. The world coming to the end of a cycle. The Fool, the beginning of a really powerful new endeavor. What's to come? The Ace of Pentacles, a new opportunity. The Two of Pentacles. Balance. in this new role. Know what? Is this know much dream? Okay, which way does this go? Oh, 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 it goes with this. It worked. This worked. I was trying an experiment because I don't have the dream and the much card in my, this deck. So I was like, well, what if I just add the words? This is supposed to be the dream card. So this means like people approaching government. Like I feel like this is voters with a vote. Multiplying votes. Expanding. It feels really good and clear for him. Okay. Yeah, CTE will make someone dangerous. Not a stroke. They're totally different things. I know they're both injuries to the head. Totally different. Totally different. I have head injury. My experience as a school psychologist. I know how these things are managed and how they play out in thinking and learning and processing of information. Totally different things. What? I want them to return quality control, meet numbers. What? Okay. So this is our year, our Pluto return, which I think is affecting the plutocrats, the people who've like ruined everything, the billionaires, the people in charge of big companies who are consolidating and getting monopolies. Let's just throw some cards on these guys and see what the eclipses and USA Pluto return brings for them, okay? So, show me the plutocrats. Plutocrats. Oh, these are reverse. Plutocrats. We have new moon solar eclipse. Ooh. We're going to have the full moon. Guys, this is the one. It's just going to wow. And we have 3 Pluto returns. New moon, 3 Pluto. Okay. And this is going to do what to the plutocrats? This does what to the plutocrats? Bam, bam, bam. This feels like it should shatter. The plutocrats, the 5 of Wands. Well, that is interesting. Putting up a fight, making life difficult, but they're also a point in the stop of distributing wealth amongst themselves and then taking the leadership and doing what they want. And there's the plutocrat influence upon others, the dream card. And they're really good at doing this crap like inflation, wreaking havoc. So we have the plutocrats here, the 9 of Swords reversed. They get away with so much crap, they don't even worry about it. The Wheel of Fortune. They make their own luck. They deny luck to people. The Knight of Wands. And that's how they roll. But we have this new moon solar eclipse in Scorpio. That's going to revisit some things from the past. It's so interesting. This is the 6 of Cups. I'm getting Ivanka and Jared again and how they commiserate for the rest of us. The challenge with this new moon solar eclipse is going to be for these plutocrats to put their stuff out there. Thank you. Because it's going to do this. Yes, they are the point for all this miserably, and this new moon solar eclipse is going to tag them. Yes, how? The Ace of Cups is what they want and what they want to do, and this is how they do. They can't do these things. This is what's setting off for this. Oh, this is the no card. So I've got the yes and the no, the cover-up, covering up. The news, their roles, and holy crap. Wow, there is going to be bad news for plutocrats everywhere and all the crap that they cover up from lands overseas and how they've been able to just instantly manipulate stuff and instantly, you know, I'm getting sponsored terrorism by sending money places. Ugh. So this is what the plutocrats have in store for them. They're going to have some problems. That's what this really quiet new moon solar eclipse is kicking off with. This eclipse is almost imperceptible, but she is so powerful. Because at the full moon, these plutocrats, their challenge is strength. The full moon eclipse is going to challenge them in their strength, their resolve, their influence, and yes, the Russia connection. Holy crap. The Ten of Wands reversed, how they ease the burdens for like the Russia and engaged in this type of espionage, fast data transfer. I just had Heritage Action Tuesday and the like of them leap into my brain. That's where we're going. And the plutocrats are going to get hit with the Three of Swords. See, the plutocrats like the Three of Swords because they like creating heartache. They hate when they can't have that influence anymore. Pluto return 1 for the plutocrats. Well, justice is getting overturned. Their influence, yes, with the Supreme Court. There are connections. Pluto return 1 affects them with the mob and what they can celebrate. Thank God. Pluto return number 2 in the plutocrats. The Republican Party, the family, people like them. Pluto return number 2, trying to take over the world and have a coup with Donald. This is how they're getting their butts handed to them, you guys. This is all very good news. Pluto return number 3, which is yet to come. The Four of Swords, they try to lay low. This is them in the mix of like all this surveillance, malware, the crap that they do. It's going to hit them, their connections with Russia, China. Thank freaking God. You guys, I swear to God, China is still freaking out and pissed off about what happened with the whole chip thing and Biden just blowing that up in their faces. There's been a lot of retaliation, I think, from that. But whatever. Okay. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Oh yes. Oz sunk himself in the debate with Fetterman. So let's look at him. I gotta get the... I just really... That guy is just such a creep. I cannot stand him. How the heck did he get on Oprah? It's just so disgusting. Someone duped Oprah and that whole... Anyway, because that's how he found his fame. He is just such... How does he even be able to do it? Okay, anyway. See, my cards are just... Okay. I see, this is how gross he is. Okay, can we just do this quickly? I just don't even want to because he's so gross. Show me as... Ew. Full moon eclipse. Pluto 1, 2, 3 goes bam, bam, bam. Gross. Oz. Feeling a bit defensive. He doesn't want you guys knowing what he's doing for the bigger picture. This feels very plutocraty to me, Pluto crappy to me, and all of his discussions to get where he is. So this is him, gross. The devil, we're trying to peel ourselves away from him. He won't go freaking away. He is trying to act like, no, I have no connections to the devil. I don't know China. I don't know Russia. I don't know them. I don't know. It's him. It's him. He's in the freaking flesh. But this new moon solar eclipse, wah, wah, the lovers, those are his connections to other nations. And how he gets paid off, the Six of Pentacles. Quid pro quo, I'll listen to you. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to say? And I'll do things for you guys once I'm in. Full moon eclipse. An unconventional government. This has always been Russia, unconventional. I mean, it could be Turkey, it could be any of those autocratic nations. His connections with autocratic nations. Leaving him, full moon eclipse, stuck. He's not spinning. He's not walking away. It's like he's paralyzed. What happens at this full moon eclipse with, oops, the King of Cups? No one likes you. You can't sit with us. He can't take action. He's got no, I don't know what happens at this full moon, but nobody likes him. Nobody wants to act for him. Everyone's walking away. It seems. Okay, Pluto return number 1. The riot. Upheaval. For him, he's a chaos agent. He is definitely a chaos agent. The second Pluto return, bad news coming in about him. This was in July. Because he's chatter. We've got chatter. Who are you talking with? You are the Enterprise, the transnational mob, the Trump crime syndicate. He's the star for the Trump crime syndicate. But notice again, these are not upright. They're on their side. He can't quite get up. I'm not even going to go there. And this third Pluto return, we've got an agreement. And it says the King of Swords is on its side. This is not a smart person. This is not like the court's working for him. It's like there's an agreement not to help him out with his case. Show me the midterms. Show me the midterms. This is the midterms. And this is Dr. Oz result with the midterms. The Nine of Swords reversed. Gosh, that Pluto crappy stuff. There's a lessening of... Does this mean the nightmare's over? A lessening of anxiety. A lessening of whatever he can spin. And this is on its side. Nope, it's going to go like... You guys, I don't think he's going to get... I don't want to say that because I know the certification and the swearing in are different things from winning an election under these conditions. But let's say they were normal conditions and people concede like how we always used to do it. I would say he lost. Okay. Okay. What else? What else? Yeah, Electra, he was normal when he first was coming out, but he is like, he's an agent now. He has to act very, very differently. He is just so sketchy and blah. Okay, did I have any more here that I wanted to write down? Oh, yes, I do. I want everyone violating the 14th Amendment and the KKK Act to be held accountable. You know, that's intimidation at the poll. I'm just going to, we already wrote about that, but I want 14th Amendment, the KKK Act, enforced against intimidation at the polls and against workers and against people of color. I want Nazis gone and far away from our elections. fine. They can vote, but you don't need to hang around. There's no need to do that. Oh, there was some sort of, I don't know where this rally was over the weekend, but this lady got up. I don't know if she's like a preacher from another country. I'm like, where do they get these people? Maybe she sounded Jamaican, but she was praying for the Holy Ghost virus on the elections to, what does this say? I'm sorry, I can't read it. She was saying they were praying for a form of the Holy Ghost virus for the elections and and to attack Democrats with the angel of death. They want the angel of death to attack Donald's enemies. So that just doesn't even make sense, but I want, what is this? The Holy Ghost virus eliminated with elections. I want angel of death away from DT enemies. That angel of death, whatever it is, I swear I just got like side eye, like, are you kidding? I'm not doing that. That lady's crazy. So I just wanted to get that out there because she was crazy. So poof, no Holy Ghost virus on the elections, and poof, angel of death, bye-bye. And can we just stop this nuclear bomb masturbation by Russia? I'm just so sick of it. No nukes. That's all. This is therapeutic, Bonnie. I'm so glad to hear that. Yeah, get rid of those trolls. No trolls. All trolls here are losers. And losing money. Oh my gosh. I don't like to read. I'm not going to read on Mike Flynn, but you know, that's what's at the heart of all of this. End Christo fascism. I don't know. I feel like Mike Flynn is going to do whatever he can to avoid jail. Like, you know, like those creepy spies in the movies that take a cyanide pill. I could totally see him doing that first before ever being taken in. So that he can play martyr. That's it. He wants to play martyr. No martyr. Dumb for Flynn. Burst. That's it. That's what he's relying on. They're totally relying on martyrdom. Burst that martyrdom bubble. I want the electorate to see this Christofascism for what it is. No martyrdom. The end for good. Okay? Totally want to end that stuff. Yes, Flynn's kid is still in play for convictions. He was part of the Flynn intel group. God, I haven't thought about that guy for a long time. Same with his brother. They're all in. Okay, I want... What is this? Where is it? Where is it? I want bully energy. Who wrote that bully energy? Okay, well, anyway, I want bully energy transformed, eliminated. That the world just is done with it. Transform bully energy and that matching bullied, you know, because you got to bully, someone's got to, there's that vibe that's there. We want that bully energy and that matching bullied energy transformed for the good. I cannot stand that stuff. And I have felt like this new moon solar eclipse Scorpio has a little, I was just going to say a little, but then I got excuse me, Eris, you know, the sister of Aries, she's ready. She is so ready. She is so ready. So there's going to be a lot of F around it and finding out, I think. For entertainment purposes only, YouTube. Yes. Okay, so how are we doing? I think, what is this? Okay. I want resolution ASAP with all these Trump cases. I mean, how many are there? Guilty, found guilty, next. Guilty, next. Guilty, next. Be gone. Go away. I would just want Trump to go away for good. We're just so done with him. He's so gross. Bless Eris. Okay. So, you guys, I think I'm going to end it there. We've been, oh my gosh, we've been going for over 2 hours. We've been going a lot. We've been going a lot lately. But, again, oh, good. We already wrote that one about going with the flow. Don't get so worked up about stuff. One day at a time. This is going to be a really interesting month. Really interesting, okay? So, you guys, thank you so much for coming out, spending this new moon solar eclipse together again. I love it. I love the work that we do. Thank you so very much for your donations. I really appreciate them. Thank you so much, moderators. You're doing a lot of troll slaying out there. We're done with the trolls. Do not fret. We're in our year of Pluto return. Everything is in flux. Nothing is permanent. And everything changes. And Pluto is about the fight of good versus evil. And good will prevail. Okay. Have a good night, you guys. Thanks for coming out. I appreciate you. Thank you, Marie. Okay, I will go look at Garland and Wray's presser. Was that today? Thank you, Electra. Good night. Thank you, Deb Z. Oh, E. Jean Carroll. I want E. Jean Carroll to win. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Nancy. Love you, Dr. Nancy. Thank you, moderators. Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you, Just Joy. Thank you, Holly. You guys have a good evening. Thank you, Gretchen and Dan and Warrior Girl. So good to see you guys. Okay, good night, Jessica. Good night, all. Good night. Thank you.